led the league in three-point percentage, was released from the Bulls and never received the opportunity to play again after he presented George W. Bush with a 2-page letter calling for the plight of people of color and the poor in the country to be prioritized in Bush's domestic agenda.
Okay.
Notice a little similarity here?
Yeah, we see that.
Cap took a knee to bring awareness to, the oppression of the people of color.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Hodges went to the White House to bring more awareness to the people of color. What happened to Craig Hodges? Never heard from him again.
He's out the league.
Straight out the league. Cap, what is Cap doing right now? We don't know, but he doesn't have an opportunity in the league. Now, what gets me, and how I know it's no longer the talent level, and this is some other type stuff that has to do with just, I don't know what it has to do with. It's craziness.
Okay.
So you telling me Mark Sanchez, Case Keenum, Josh McCown, Geno Smith, and Ryan Fitzgerald can find a job, but Cap can't?
Okay.
Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar, and Josh, I'm going to have you go over the quarterbacks.
Okay.
There has been 20.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that.
20.
20 quarterbacks that has been signed or given an opportunity before Colin Kaepernick. What are the 20, you may ask? Jay, reel it off.
We got Glennon. Went to Chicago, $45 million. He was a former backup in Tampa Bay to Jameis Winston.
Pause.
Okay.
Did Mike Glennon ever take a team to the Super Bowl?
Nah.
Did he ever start as many games as Colin Kaepernick?
Nah, he started a couple, but no, not as many.
Continue.
Got Brian Hoyer.
49ers.
Oh
my Jesus.
Looks like he's going to be the starter in San Francisco.
Brian Hoyer. Where did he come from? Does it list it?
What did Brian Hoyer, was it Chicago last year?
Yeah, I think it was a Chicago Bear.
Chicago Bear last year, Jay Cutler got hurt. He started a couple games. He had 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Put up solid numbers.
67% passer.
Yeah.
That was probably maybe a game or two that he played?
Yeah. It was 5 games.
Five games, okay.
That's decent. That's solid. Nick Foles.
Decent. Well, no, not Foles, but continue.
Oh, yeah. Nick Foles is next on the list here. Went back to the Eagles, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
A team that cut him just 2 years ago.
They traded him out,
But he came back.
He was good when he was an Eagle, but the other stops he's made hadn't been so great, with it. Is he better than Cap?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no as well. Yeah, no. Not going to say. What about, let's do that. We're going to go through all of them and say,
absolutely.
Glennon, is he better than Cap?
That's debatable.
It's debatable. He's younger.
I would say if you go off of film, he hasn't done anything that Kaepernick has done.
Right. He got 18 starts. That's a full season pretty much.
And if he's so good, why do you draft a quarterback with a number 2 overall pick?
That's a push. You're right. That's a push.
Continue.
Brian Hoyer. If he plays like he played last year, 67%, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. I can see it, but it's not like this glaring. He's so much better than Cap. Nick Foles, not really. No,
that's
not
clear
really. All right, Josh McCown.
Hell no.
We're just gonna skip past Josh. Landry Jones. What I saw from him in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh offense was completely different.
And he had all these weapons around him, and
he had the best running back.
Yeah,
and the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Better than Cap, nah.
But your statistics was quite garbage.
Matt Barkley?
Matt Barkley.
Nah.
Who's also with the San Francisco 49ers.
He was he's one of those guys, because he went to USC, right? It's Matt Barkley from Southern Cal, right?
Yeah.
He was a hot high school prospect coming out, and I hadn't heard much. I heard more about him when he was in high school than I have since he's been in the league. And yeah, no, I wouldn't say he's better than Cap. Mark
Sanchez.
I wasn't even going to.
I'm going to say it
the
because
respect
people need to know. Mark Sanchez, a guy who ran into somebody's ass and fumbled the ball.
He should be out of the league.
Received a job before Colin Kaepernick.
He should
Last
be out
year
of the
he was
league.
with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Did not step on the field ever. Ever. Clipboard holder.
He should be out of the league. He shouldn't be in the league at all. I mean, the only thing I can say is he must be the greatest locker room guy that we've ever seen.
It's ridiculous.
He must be like a great coach him up, rah, let's go guys kind of guy. That's the only thing I can see.
So Cap
Why would
can't
you
be a
want
locker
him?
room.
Nah,
He's a locker room
not a locker
distraction,
room.
right?
Exactly. That's the only thing I can see out of Sanchez is he's a great locker room guy and it's a good guy to have around.
Who we got next?
Geno Smith shouldn't be in the league as well. No, he's not better than Kaepernick.
Who's after that?
Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
Never heard of him.
Next.
EJ
Manuel. Is that who it was? The backup quarterback from the
He
Buffalo
was
Bills.
like the number, top 10 pick for the Bills and hasn't done anything since. Okay, first rounder. Kellen Moore. Next.
Kellen Moore, Dallas Cowboy fan.
You let us know about that.
Straight
You're a Cowboy.
trash.
Okay, all right.
Shouldn't even be a backup. The only reason why he's on the team because the offensive coordinator is familiar with him.
Okay.
Now in college, he was I think he's one of the
Boise
winners.
State, yeah.
College quarterbacks of all time.
I remember.
Trash in the NFL. Continue.
All right. Aaron Murray. Never heard of him.
Came from Georgia.
Georgia? Okay, I was about to say, he's from Georgia. How long has he been in the league?
He's not better than Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, if it's the Georgia Aaron Murray.
So far, we got 12 quarterbacks. Neither one of them are better than Cap. Who number 13?
Chase Daniels. I like Chase Daniels. I remember him. I think
Chase came from Missouri.
Yeah.
He's solid.
I think
I want to
better
say
than Cap. I would take him as my backup over Cap.
I can't argue with Chase. So we 1 out of 12. I like Chase.
Case Keenum. Next.
Case Keenum.
Nick.
Case Keenum.
Yeah. Case Keenum. The Vikings. He lost all those games with the Rams last year. Right?
Was it 0-8, correct?
I believe so.
Did not win a game last year. 0-8.
He was a captain as well. So maybe he's another good locker room guy. That's really good.
Well,
Rah.
pause right there.
Let's go, guys.
There is an award, and I think it's called Baryshnikov Award.
Okay.
That the teams gives out for the most outstanding teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who won that award for the San Francisco 49ers?
Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick. Continue.
Okay, all right. Cool. David Fells? Never heard of him.
David Fells.
Never heard of him. Who is this guy?
You know what? And I feel like my football knowledge is deep.
I do too.
I have no freaking clue. I know he was a 6th round pick, but from who? Number 16.
He gets an incomplete because I've never heard of him. TJ Yates. Nah.
Oh, David Fells, I think got drafted by the Bears.
I've never heard of him.
Still, TJ Yates.
All right. I've heard of TJ Yates, but David Fells, I don't know where he come from. Whatever. Okay. TJ Yates.
Number 17.
Yeah, if you got to think about it, I guess he's not better. You're
Matt
right.
McGloin.
Nah.
Number 18,
Nah.
Blaine.
But I mean, he
Gabbert.
was starting over him. So somebody thinks he's better.
Matt McGloin?
No, Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert. Blaine
He started,
Gabbert received more playing time than Colin Kaepernick last year.
So, you know.
Lord Jesus.
I mean, what they say, 63% of his passes, you know?
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
Nah.
who threw more interceptions than anybody I can remember
Ryan
in a
Fitzpatrick.
5-game span.
He's like a great value Brett Favre.
And then at number 20, the Seattle Seahawks signed Austin Davis. Now, you can remember Colin Kaepernick went to Seattle,
Yeah.
but he was told that he's starter quality. And that's why they didn't sign him. So if he's starter quality,
why wouldn't you want that on your
why
team?
would you not want that as a backup?
I don't know. Just to help the other teams out in the league that
it's
need starters.
Baffling.
That's what
going
you
on
do.
with the
If you
situation.
see a good player, you let another team take him. You don't take that player.
Now, those are the 20 quarterbacks. Out of the 20 I've listed,
one or
maybe
two?
one is arguably better for your team than Colin
One or
Kaepernick.
two.
1 out of 20. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Now, stats can wash themselves out. You can say he stink all you want to because he didn't have a 60% completion rate. But guess who else didn't have that?
No,
Eli Manning.
he never has it.
No, he's a starter.
Scrub.
Some call him the greatest
The
ever.
luckiest man of all time, yeah.
He's starting
Yeah, I know. Eli, yeah.
below Josh McClown, that freaking
McClown.
clown that went to the Jets.
Okay.
His passer completion rating percentage, 54%.
Got a job. We can coach him up. We can coach him up. We can coach him up. That's what happens.
He landed a job with the Jets within 2 weeks of free agency.
He's a good locker room guy, okay?
And another thing that throws me off, McCown is 37 years old.
Really?
Cap is only 30. So what are we doing here? Now I know the Jets are the Jets, but there's no reason to give Cap no type of look. And I swear to God, Josh, if Kaepernick is not signed by the end of training camp,
Yeah.
there needs to be a freaking investigation open.
I
Where's the
wouldn't
players
say-
union, man?
I wouldn't say an investigation.
Is this after training camp
Yeah, but it's just
and
like,
them 20 signed?
Yeah, that's pretty true. Like you said, I'm not arguing that he's better or that these guys are better than him. You know, we clearly know that these teams just don't think he's worth the headache.
But what's the headache?
Of him sitting down and the distraction. Air
He said he was
quotes.
going to stand up.
Distraction, air quotes.
What's sickening to me
Distraction.
is New Orleans. New
Yeah.
Orleans decided to kick the tires on Johnny Manziel. Now, if Cap taking a knee
Yeah.
is a distraction, Johnny Manziel is not
That's a distraction. You're right. And I think it's a little bit of both. Because, like you said, he should technically have a job in the NFL.
He should have a job.
But it's like, for me, what I think is your talents have to kind of outweigh, I guess, your baggage or whatever. And I'm not saying it's right. Again, I think he should have a job. And they kind of sort of are blackballing him. But then again, it's like, I know for a fact if Cam Newton did this and the Panthers cut him, Cam Newton would have a job the next day.
In a split second.
Splickety second. So that's where I'm kind of torn about it. Because I do think they are kind of just like, we don't want to deal with him. Because he did this, he disrespected us. Or whatever. But then it's like, I know again, if Cam Newton did that and the Panthers somehow cut him, he would be a New York Jet in a heartbeat.
And like I said, BlackBalled2, we figured it was the talent.
Yeah.
But when I looked at more and more film, and I
Yeah.
looked at more and more stats, he didn't have that bad of a season compared to numerous other quarterbacks.
And then the stats or whatever, because like, what he threw 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. A lot of the touchdowns was they were down by 30, playing the soft defense, and he didn't throw the ball longer than 7 yards up the field. So,
But
you know,
even if that's the case, you're
But-
telling me someone with experience that threw,
That's what I
even if
was
it's in
about to say.
downtime with 16 touchdowns and 4 picks, it's not
That's
better
what-
than someone who didn't touch the field like a Mark Sanchez.
And again, yeah, I mean, his stats were a little inflated, but again, his potential, because the man went to a Super
He went
Bowl.
to a Super Bowl.
It's like, you know, he's got the potential to take you back to a Super Bowl if you can coach it out of him. So it's not like he's been trash all his life like Josh McCown. You know, he's been pretty good.
This kills me, man.
So it's kind of like I said, I see both sides of the fence on
Yeah.
it.
Now, unlike the NFL, the NBA let it be known that it will be serious repercussions if you taint the character of the NBA.